to bring to the show Miss Etta, Arietta Ward, live in the neighborhood. What's good with you, fam?
Hey, how you doing? I'm
Listen,
up here
man.
trying to share things, but yes.
Yo, first off, I said it before we went live on the air. Man, that like the whole situation looks beautiful. Where you at right now?
I am at the Interstate Firehouse Cultural Center where I am the artist and facilitator in residence for the fall cohort.
That is what's up, man. So, um, I had a chance to chop it up with Miss Etta at an event a couple of weeks ago, and she was telling me about what you were telling me about what you were doing right now. And shame on me, man. I wasn't even familiar with the whole space, man. So for people like me who just haven't been tapped in, can you let me know? Just share with me what you shared with me before in terms of the building, the significance of it, and then what you've been doing there.
Okay, well, the IFCC is it's a historical artist space for Black artistry. You know, it was founded by the commissioner at the time, Charles Jordan, who's the first commissioner of Portland. And did I say that right? Yeah, yeah. And this is like a second home to me. My mother, Janice Marie Scroggins, she brought me here. There were so many productions here. Musicals, and the facility has four areas that are for artistry. So I'm in the control area where I have exclusiveness over the theater. And then there's three other spaces upstairs where there's a gallery and a dance studio and an office. And the program is presented by City of Portland and with funds from the American Rescue Act of 2021. And it allowed us, they allotted um, some money exclusively for this building because it was pretty much out of commission for a while. And so the city, along with the Friends of IFCC, they come together to see how they can reimagine. And this is the third year of bringing in cohorts to for artists to come and present art and just to have a safe place to be able to create their art and also present works um, present works while we're here, and it also comes with a grant. So I am just super excited to be a part of this building because it holds so much history, not just for me, but just for artistry in general. So did I explain that okay?
You did, and it's so amazing. And I just wonder, having having had the opportunity to see and be in the space, um, throughout the years, and then now to be in a situation where you're providing space for other creatives. It's just got to feel sort of like a full circle moment, I would imagine.
Yeah, it truly is. It truly is. And big shout out to Sue Pak. She's our liaison over at the Portland Parks and Recreation. And when she notified me, she said, "Welcome home." And I said, "Thank you." And it was, I've gotten to a point now that I don't cry every time I come into the building. There's still
Mm.
some moments, but it was, I would just walk and just look and just like, wow, this space is perfect for what I have to do and to be able to provide performances and presentations for the community at large. So
That's
yeah.
such a beautiful situation, man. It's as I've gotten to know you, and conversations that we've had, about all of the things that you've done. First off, thank you so much for sharing. I think a lot of people, including myself, initially knew you just as this beautiful voice, in the city, and seeing you perform on stages, and bringing that energy. But all that you've contributed to the scene, beyond what you do on stage, the work that you do with young people and influencing lives through education, and now what you're doing here, man. You know, we talk about it a lot now, and maybe I'm just getting old, man, but I just want to make sure when I have an opportunity to give people their flowers, while they're here, man. You definitely deserve, for everything that you have done and continue to do. So just, I just want to take a minute and say big ups to you and thank you for continuing to share your art with the world.
I appreciate that. I'm trying not to cry. I
Okay,
get emotional.
let's do this. Let's do this. So you have an event that's coming up that I think is pretty is not pretty, that I think is crazy dope, man. My song, my story, that's going down on the 11th there at the venue, and like the individuals who are going to be there, are the names are just amazing. But let me know, what is my song, my story.
My song, my story is somewhat. I call it a intimate musical symposium
Mm.
because it's not a concert. It's not all of us coming together and we just doing mini sets. It's not that at all. It was an idea that came to me, and I'm gonna just tell you backstory.
Yeah.
Now there's two cohorts that were awarded different times, and in my mind I was supposed to be starting in January, but you know me, that's not the way it works for me. So I say, okay, what you gonna do in this short amount of time in a busy season? This
Hmm.
is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna call my friends and I'm gonna say, hey, this is what I want y'all to do. I want you to pick a song, a song that speaks to your heart right now, and present it like we do for the people, and then talk about it. Tell the story behind why you chose this specific song and what's singing in your spirit in order for you, to make it the one that you present.
Yeah.
And then perform it again, but in a different way. So it may be a cappella. It may be with just bass. It may just be with hand claps. I don't know what they're going to do.
Hmm.
But it's just a way for people to see that regardless of we go out and we smash, that's what we historically do.
Hmm.
But there's a reason why we pick songs. There's reasons why we curate certain songs and why we want to sing them all the time. So I said, okay, let them into our world for a little bit, and to remind people that we are human. We are people. We're not jukeboxes. We are people. And there's certain intention that we bring forth when we present ourselves.
No doubt, man. The community that you have been um, a part of, that you have grown in a great way, to be able to reach out to other individuals who are on that journey with you, and then present them to the city here, man. It's so amazing and so beautiful. Um, if you were to say, okay, people, when you come out on the 11th, uh,
Mm.
be prepared for.
Be prepared for vulnerability. Be
Mhm.
prepared to be moved. Be
Mm.
prepared to be informed about who we are. And the takeaway, I think, is just um, authenticity.
Yeah.
Just be yourself,
Yeah.
And so sometimes we have to wear a certain mask as a band leader, front person, whatever.
Hmm.
But this is who I am. I'm gonna sing this song, and
Hmm.
this is what's behind it.
I love
And
it.
so, yeah, I'm super excited.
That's what's up, man. Miss Etta,
Yeah.
Arietta Ward, live in the neighborhood. Shout out to Orlando, Eric Street, tapping in from Louisiana, man. We all over the world, for real, for real.
Yes.
Um, the event is, doors are at 6:45. The show starts at 7:30.
Yeah.
There's a donation that is suggested there. Um, uh, the the as you're talking about curating a night like this, an event like this, but then everything else that you are touching, everything else that you are putting energies and work into, um, what else can we be looking for from you? Like you said, we going into this busy season. You know what I mean? There's going to be the holiday situation is high, and it's that and the third. I know you stay writing. I know you stay in the studio. What else can we be looking for from Miss Etta?
Well, I have a chance to go back into the studio with the help of this grant. And people don't understand the power of grants, and don't be afraid to go seek grants.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
When you are in fight or flight, you're a working artist. You can't tap into it because you got to make sure that your utilities and all that.
Yeah.
So I'm able to be creative. So I'm going back into the studio, trying to release some music before the end of the year.
Okay.
Um, yeah, and after the year stops, not stops. after the 2024 is complete, we start the 2025. And so I'm gonna be in the studio and just be able to present other things. You know, my birthday show, I ain't released it, but it's on the next 11th. It's going to be on December 11th.
Okay. Okay.
I'll get all that information out, but you can just go to my website, www.misettasworld.com.
No doubt.
And yeah, it's a lot, but I'm doing a panel discussion, and you know, all the holiday different shows. It's just I'm booked out, but it's a blessing and it's an honor to be able to do that. And you know, my birthday week, it's gonna be busy because I'm gonna be gigging in a lot of different places. So, but that's what I want. I want to see people's faces.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And you've
yeah.
done that. That's something that you've done traditionally. You've shared your birthday with the world and invited people to come out and celebrate with you during that time, which I just think is so dope. You're just continuing to give gifts to others, you know, on your birthday. I think that's dope.
Thank you. It's you know, it's fun. That's the only time I really like to be around people.
Mm.
I'm gonna just say that. You know, that I'm a true introvert. I'll be okay on my couch looking at TV or reading a book or you know just doing something random. But this occupation, all my occupations, they require me to be amongst the people, which I don't mind. You
Mhm.
know, because it's what we do, and we, as artists, we have a gift, and you know, I could take some time with my, you know, but it's a tradition, so have to keep it going.
Come on, say that, Miss Etta Arietta
Yeah.
Ward. Once again, the event is going down on the 11th of November. It's happening, and it's definitely something I hope that we all get an opportunity to tap into because I think the idea of hearing. I'm always about the story behind me, and that's what Cliff Notes was about, right? Hearing the story behind the art and to see you be able to create this and curate this on a live stage, I think is super super dope. November the 11th at the Interstate Firehouse Cultural Center. 5340 North Interstate Ave in Portland, Oregon. Shout out to B, tapped in from San Diego. I'm telling you, man, we all over the place.
Yeah.
Miss Etta, if folk are besides this event that's coming up on November the 11th, if people want to tap in and they want to stay up on what you're working on, the things that you're doing, how they can stay connected and how they can support your movement, what's the best way for people to do that?
Best way is to go to my website, missettasworld.com. And also on there, there's a button where you can sign up for my newsletter or to follow me on Bands in Town.
Mm-hmm.
And either way, there's two calendars. But the Bands in Town, when I input it, you get it straight to your inbox. So you can know where to find me. And, you know, my socials as well, Ms. Etta's World. Wait, Ms. Etta's World on Instagram. But hey, if you Google me, you'll be able to find me. But those are the best ways to find me. Just go to my website and then sign up.
That's
And you can go to my Patreon too. I don't necessarily push it, but I mean, there's some randomness that nobody else gets over there as well. So
okay. Let me just since you brought it up, let me just take a second, man. This is kind of a like behind the scenes situation, bruh. Bands in Town is the move. I
it
just
is.
I just started rocking with it. I mean, I've had it forever, but I never really messed with it. I agree, man. Check out Miss Etta's Bands in Town. It's such a great tool for, and you don't get inundated with information, but you absolutely don't miss out on anything. So definitely
Right.
follow Miss Etta on Bands in Town. It is such a great platform, and I'm not getting paid for this. It's such a great platform
It
just
is.
up on what folk are doing and how to and just it's such a great blast. I just had to say I'm 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 digging Bands in Town.
Yes. Yes. I got my blue check now. I was like, I
Okay,
gotta get to a certain amount, and I got it now.
come
So
on now, come on now.
yes. But yeah, it just consolidates things. You're like, okay, put it up here and it just puts it out for you. And sometimes you need that, especially if you're doing it by yourself.
Say that,
So
say that, man. Working musician for real, for real. Miss
yeah.
Etta, listen, I just so appreciate you, man. I appreciate your heart. I appreciate your friendship. I appreciate that you you know that you share with me the parts of your journey like this, and you know You already know you're a neighborhood resident. I always say it, man. All you gotta do is let me know when you want to come through, for real, for real.
Yes, yes. Well, I want to say thank you to you for sharing your platform, not only for me, but a lot of artists that really don't get a chance to be able to be on a platform such as yours. And you have a beautiful king heart yourself. So thank you for allowing me to infiltrate your space just for a little bit.
No doubt, no doubt. You know, it's nothing but love, man. It ain't nothing but love.
Yeah.
November the 11th is going down, man. My song, my story, Interstate Firehouse Cultural Center. Miss Etta and a host of other wonderful artists are going to be there, sharing their stories, sharing their gifts. Miss Etta, once again, thank you so much for coming through, and just looking forward to seeing you again in person, for real.
Likewise. It'll be soon.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. All right, now have a great, great evening, and I'll see you soon.
All right. You as well.
All right, now, Miss Etta, live in the neighborhood.